Basic idea of this is a cello without strings. And we had the idea of using some sort of wheels to run the bow across because we wanted to mimic this bowing motion. We were thinking of something that would be like really intuitive for string players, so we wanted to actually use a bow. And as you can see, we've got a real bow right here, well, with a ruler on it, which fits in that track there. I'm a violin player, so I also set the strings up in fifths, G, D, A, E. And so that'll determine what your home string is, and then whatever pitch you play on that string is determined by this ribbon controller.
Okay, these are rotary encoders. What happens with these is, obviously we have wheels around these, but it's, when you turn it, it sends out two signals that are constantly alternating. One's 0 and 1, and the other is 0 and 127. So if like you get this and it's sending out like just two numbers constantly, it's looking at all the note ends, but only selecting the two wires that connect to a particular one. And whenever those notes change, because we're not really detecting the notes themselves or what setting it's on, we're just detecting when it changes. So, which then we wired up to be a particular note, as he was saying, G, D, A, E. And we've had some success with like sort of velocity is if you hit it faster, it creates a louder, slower, it's a little bit softer.
Time between individual clicks. So if you're playing really fast,
It should be louder.
it should be louder. I mean, what's really cool about the rotary encoders, unlike a potentiometer, is they can spin forever in either direction.
They can spin
So
infinitely.
it's not like we have to put the bow on and then reset the instrument. We can just play forever and we'll just keep generating the notes.
Now, the one issue we ran into with these is that they're a little bit hard to turn. So we put these relatively large rubber-coated wheels on them, which solve that problem really nicely. They just roll fairly freely now, because I guess we have enough mechanical advantage over this little thing right here.
They're wheels for miniature robots. And I just ordered them online and put them on.
Came with the rubber treads?
Came with the rubber treads. There were some tough fab challenges in making this. We had to actually shave down the shafts of the rotary encoders, clip them down, and then that allowed us to get the wheels closer together, have them staggered, where it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. And that allows the bridge to be nice and compact. The metal it serves a twofold purpose. One, it's a great mount for the two rotary encoders. We can just drill the hole through, and then they're bolted. And then also, by extending the metal past the wheels, it makes a great rest.
It serves as a guide, basically, for this bow, which is much wider than a normal bow would ever be, because since these wheels are sort of staggered across that inch, you need something to cover all four of them. It'll just always stay within this track.
Also, just the bow is like heavier than usually is, so having something resting right there so you don't have to worry about the weight of it. Yeah.
For sliding
So
rather
it's-
than taking the entire weight of the bow.
Interesting.
The bow was it's an old violin bow that Patrick donated, sanded off the horsehair, and then used high-strength epoxy to just glue on a metal yardstick. Because it just so happened that the metal yardstick was perfect width, perfect rigidity, and a little bit of a surface to grab the rubber.
That's better, right? It's looking pretty sturdy. Yeah. All right.
We left it as a pivot since we weren't sure about the angle, how that was going to affect it.
It's easy enough to just take out one of these screws. We played around with different angles. You were suggesting that you might want it, but I found that I was kind of like bowing into myself. I just preferred like a straight across feel for it. Sorry. little bit of pizzicato on